I found the crate tucked deep behind the stairs, beneath a pile of dust and old repairs. I pulled out the vinyl, the one with the sleeve. You creased in the corner the night you had to leave. I set the needle down, that familiar little pop, the sound of a heartbeat that forgot how to stop. The house was too quiet for a song that was loud, like a burst of sunlight trapped inside a cloud. The brass starts to swell and the piano plays low, taking me back to you I used to know. I'm watching the labels spin around in a blur, back to the rhythm of the way that we were. It's just old records and new tears tonight, spinning in the shadows of the kitchen light. The singer is reaching for a high note I can't hit, and I'm just a witness to the wreckage of it. You're a melody now, you're a ghost in the groove, while I'm still standing here with nowhere to move. Yeah, the music is vintage, but the breaking is fresh, tearing through the spirit and the heart and the flesh. I remember the skip in the second refrain, where we laughed in the kitchen and ignored the rain. Now that scratch on the surface is a jagged little scar, reminding me exactly how lonely we are. I'm singing along to the parts you would hum, waiting for the comfort that'll never quite come. It's a 3-minute heaven in a 4-wall hell, a story the lyrics are starting to tell. Flip it over to the B-side, the songs no one knows, they're the ones about winter and the way the wind blows, because the hits are too happy, the tempo's too fast, and I'm looking for music that's built to last. Like this ache, like this sting, like the way I can't breathe when the violins sing. The song's winding down to that final refrain, but the salt on my cheeks is a different kind of rain. The needle is dragging, the circle is done, and I'm still the lonely, the only one. I'm polishing the silver of a life we didn't lead, planting rows of flowers from a dead and dried up seed. I found your old cardigan, the one with the frayed sleeve. It still holds the shape of the way you used to leave. The lace on the vanity is yellowed at the edge, like the broken promise and the half-forgotten pledge. I'm living in a frame, I'm a portrait on the wall, waiting for a footstep that'll never walk the hall. The clock on the mantle is 100 years slow, ticking out a rhythm that I used to know. I'm breathing in the dust of a dream that went cold, trying to find the shine in the things that grew old. It's a vintage heartache, a classic kind of blue, a permanent collection of the memories of you. It's out of style, it's out of time, it's worn out and it's deep, like a secret in a diary that I wasn't meant to keep. I'm wrapped in the velvet of a long fade heavy and it tears me apart. Just another piece of my vintage heartache. I take the long way home past the houses made of stone, feeling like a relic that was meant to be alone. I see the young lovers with their bright neon dreams. They don't know how easily a heart rips at the seams. They haven't felt the weight of a suitcase in the dark, or the way a goodbye leaves a permanent mark. I'm a black and white movie in a color-coded world, a tattered old flag that's been forever unfurled. They say that time is a healer, that it polishes the rough, but I don't think a century would ever be enough. The cracks in the porcelain just show where it's been, and I'm wearing my scars like a second skin. It's fragile, it's hollow, it's the only thing I follow. Put it on the shelf, lock it in the glass. Watch the lonely hours and the lonely years pass. It's beautiful, it's broken, it's the word we left unspoken. The sound of a music box winding down and clicking shut. I found it in a shoebox underneath the winter gear, a plastic little skeleton of a long forgotten year. The labels handwritten in your messy slanted scrawl, a list of all the anthems from the summer of the fall. I had to find a player, had to clean the dusty head to hear the ghost of every single word we ever said. The wheels started turning with a low and steady hiss, bringing back the gravity of our very first kiss. The pitch is a little off, the speed is dragging slow, like the way we started moving when we had nowhere to go. It's a fragile bit of ribbon, it's a magnetic vine, wrapping around the memory of when you were still mine. Oh, I'm tangled in these cassette tape memories, caught in the static of the used to be's. Every pop and every crackle is a heartbeat in the dark, a jagged little reminder of a long extinguished spark. I'm pressing play to find you, but I'm pressing pause to cry, watching the best parts of my life just flutter by. It's a thin brown line between the then and the now, lost in a tape, and I don't know how. There's a gap in the third track where you accidentally spoke, laughing at the timing of a stupid inside joke. I keep rewinding just to hear that half a second sound, the only part of you that's still hanging around. They say the world is digital, that everything is clear, but I like the way the muffled edges make you feel so near. Because the truth is always messy, and the truth is always blurred, just like the shaky melody of every chorded word. But the tape is getting tangled, it's looping around the gears, stained by the salt of 1,000 hidden tears. The machine is starting to eat the things I love the most, turning my only savior into a mangled ghost. Stop the reels, don't losing the sound of the way you were there. Use a pencil for the center, wind it back by hand. Try to fix the pieces I will never understand them. Music's gone to silence, the ribbon snapped in two, and I'm just holding plastic instead of holding you. The sound of a stop button clicking, followed by the hollow clatter of the tape being ejected. I'm staring at the ink stains on the edge of the page. A bird without a sky, a heart inside a cage. I pulled out the stationery, the one with the gold leaf, to find a formal language for this unconventional grief. The pen is shaking in my hand, the nib is catching deep, writing out the promises I knew I couldn't keep. I'm crossing out your name, then I'm writing it again, bleeding out my spirit through the tip of a fountain pen. The paper's getting wrinkled where the salt began to fall, mapping out the distance between the us and the it all. It's a slow and steady torture, watching every letter grow into a final witness of the things I didn't know. Oh, it's just handwritten sorrows on a tear-stained sheet, the sound of a surrender, the rhythm of defeat. No delete key for the damage, no undo for the lie. Just the permanent cursive of a long and slow goodbye. I'm folding up my heart, I'm tucking it away in an envelope of things I never had the nerve to say. Yeah, it's jagged and it's messy, it's a heavy black light, just me and my handwritten sorrows tonight. I remember how you used to dot your eyes with a circle, back when life was easy and the twilight was purple. Now my handwriting is cramped, it's a forest of regret, a tangled web of don't leave, and I haven't told you yet. I'm describing how the house feels, how the kitchen is so cold, writing down the stories that have already been told. If I send this to your doorstep, will you even read the lines, or is a letter just a ghost trap for a love that's lost its signs? Lick the seal, press the stamp, let the candle flicker out. This is what the ending of a life is all about. No typing bubble waiting, no instant blue light glow, just the weeks of wondering if you'll ever even know. It's traveling, it's drifting, the ground beneath is shifting. Drop it in the mailbox, hear the hollow metal thud, writing return to sender with my spirit and my blood. It's out of my hands, it's on its way to a person who died a little more every day. Sound of a heavy mailbox lock clanking shut, followed by footsteps walking away on gravel. The mug is sitting heavy on the rings of wood. I pour it down the kitchen sink, if I only thought I should. It's been sitting there since Tuesday, getting cold and getting dark. A bitter little monument, the faded watermark. I'm staring at the steam that isn't rising anymore, watching morning shadows stretch across the hardwood floor. I used to make a pot for two, now I barely make a cup. And I'm scared to look across the table, scared of looking up. The sugar's at the bottom, but it couldn't fix the taste of 1,000 I'm sorry's that I let go to waste. The kitchen's too quiet, the clock is too loud, and I'm drinking down the memory of a dark and heavy cloud. It's just coffee stains and regret on a Tuesday morning. I miss the winter coming, I ignore the final warning. Now the caffeine's in my system, but the heart is standing still, looking for a spark of life against a sudden chill. I'm tracing circles on the counter, trying to find a way to swallow down the bitter things I didn't mean to say. Yeah, the porcelain is chipped and the light is getting wet, living in the wreckage of coffee stains and regret. I found your favorite story in the back of the drawer, the one you bought in Vegas at that little corner store. It felt like such a small thing, just a piece of plastic blue, but now it feels like everything I have left of you. I'm wondering if you're waking up in someone else's light, if your coffee's tasting sweeter than the ones we had at night. Are you washing out the memories? Are you scrubbing out the past? Or did you know from the beginning that we weren't built to last? They say don't cry over the things you've already spilled, but what about the empty spaces that never quite got filled? What about the half-drunk dreams and the conversations cold? What about the stories that we never got to hold? It's lukewarm, it's murky, the world is looking shaky and the sky is looking turkey. Set the cup down, wipe the ring away, try to find the reason just to make it through the day. But the stain is in the grain and the ache is in the bone, and I'm drinking my coffee completely alone. I'm walking on tiptoe across the kitchen floor, scared to hear the phantom creak of the bedroom door. I'm folding your laundry, the shirts you left behind, keeping all the chaos locked inside my mind. If I don't make a sound, then the pain isn't real. If I don't say a word, I don't have to feel. I'm moving like a shadow, a ghost in my own skin, holding back the avalanche that's waiting to begin. The neighbors think I'm fine, they see me wave and smile, they don't see me shaking every lonely mile. I'm a masterpiece of okay, a statue made of glass, watching every heavy hour slowly, slowly pass. And softly I'm breaking without a single sound, like snow in the winter, falling to the ground. There's no crashing thunder, It's the quiet rhythm of a heart in full retreat. I'm crumbling in whispers, I'm tearing at the seams. A silent revolution in a house of broken dreams. You won't hear the ending, you won't feel the shaking, but oh God, believe me. Softly I'm breaking. I sat in the garden and watched the sun go down, feeling like a stranger in a familiar town. I'm unraveling slowly, like a thread upon a spool, trying to keep my composure, trying to stay cool. But the air is getting thinner and the walls are closing in, and I'm losing the battle that I never thought I'd win. It's a graceful kind of ruin, a delicate decay as the me that you love just drifts further away. It doesn't have to be loud to be a total loss. It doesn't have to be a fighter turned to ash and dross. It's the hairline fracture, it's the microscopic tear, it's the weight of the silence that I can no longer bear. It's a sigh. It's a tiny quiet death. Shh, can you hear it? The sound of light, the way that the morning turns into the night. And I'm falling apart in the space between beats, in the hollows of hearts, in the empty sheets. Softly, softly. The music fades into the sound of a single soft intake of breath that catches at the end. The house is settling down in the 3 o'clock cold, playing all the stories that we never got to hold. The radiator hisses like a choir out of tune, underneath the spotlight of a pale and jagged moon. The floorboards are the cellos, groaning with the weight of every I am sorry that I whispered just too late. And the wind against the window is a flute without a breath, playing out a symphony of life and love and death. I'm standing in the center with a baton made of air, conducting all the shadows that are dancing everywhere. There's no one in the gallery, the seats are rows of dust, just a lonely conductor in a world of salt and rust. percussion in the walls behind the bed, answering the questions that are screaming in my head. I remember how your breathing was the rhythm of the room. Now I'm just a soloist in the middle of the gloom. The kitchen light is flickering, a steady rhythmic spark, like a metronome of misery, ticking in the dark. Every creak and every shiver, every sigh of every door is a note in a concerto I've heard 1,000 times before. Bring the brass in for the anger, let the wanderings play the grief. Let the silence be the coda that brings a brief relief. But the music just gets louder, it's a wall of hollow sound, and I'm the only person left for miles and miles around. Crescendo of the hollow, fortissimo of fear. I'm the only one who's listening, and you're the only one not here. The sun is starting to sharpen on the edge of the sky. The instruments are tired and the melody is dry. The curtain falls, the curtains close, and nobody knows where the music goes. Sound of a single long violin note, slowly sliding flat until it vanishes into white noise. The sky is clear and quiet, not a cloud in the afternoon, but I'm bracing for a winter that's arrived a month too soon. I'm sitting at the table where you told me we were through, watching how the sunlight looks so different without you. The world is moving steady, people walking in the street, unaware the ground is falling out from underneath my feet. It's a bright and sunny Tuesday, not a drop of rain in sight, but there's a storm inside my ribcage that's been brewing all the night. The doctor says I'm healthy, says my lungs are breathing fine, but they can't see the pressure at the bottom of the line. It's a low and heavy rumble, it's a dark and jagged sound of 1,000 miles of always crashing to the ground. And it's thunder in the chest, it's a lightning in the blood. I'm waiting for the levee just to break against the flood. There's no rain on the window, there's no wind in the trees, but I'm falling to the carpet, I'm falling to my knees. It's the sound of something breaking that I didn't know could break. It's a localized disaster, it's a solitary quake. Yeah, the weather report says calm, but I'm failing every test, living with the echo of this thunder in the chest. Just vibrates in my throat like a warning bell that's ringing on a sinking little boat. I'm absorbing all the impact on the lightning rod for us, turning every golden memory into gray and heavy dust. I keep waiting for the boom, for the world to hear the noise, for the neighbors to come knocking and ask about the boys. But the tragedy is silent, and to everybody else just a private little hurricane I'm keeping to myself. Count the seconds, 1, 2, 3, between the flash of what you said and what it's doing to me. The strike was quick and painless, but the rumble never ends. It's shaking all my foundations and it's breaking all my friends. It's heavy, it's hollow, it's the only path to follow. The clouds aren't coming, the rain won't fall. It's just a storm that lives behind a brick and mortar wall. I'm shivering in the sunshine, I'm a mess, still listening to the thunder. keys are cold like river stones beneath my shaking hands. A map of every melody that no one understands. I haven't lifted up the lid in 100 lonely days, since the music lost its meaning in a gray and hollow haze. There's a silhouette of nothing where your picture used to sit, and the silence in the parlor where the candles used to quit. I'm staring at the ivory, now a shade of ghostly white, waiting for a song to come and rescue me tonight. But the middle C is sticky and the pedals full of rust, and every time I try to play I'm stirring up the dust. It's the powder of the years we spent, the particles of us settling on the high notes like the final quiet hush. Oh, there's dust on the piano, there's a winter in the wood. I play our favorite ballad, if I only thought I could. But the air is too heavy and the strings are out of tune, like a late night conversation. Where's the disappearing moon? I'm tracing out your initials in the film across the black, knowing that the harmony is never coming back. Yeah, the rhythm's in the rafters and the soul is in the floor, and I don't play the piano for nobody anymore. I remember how you lean your head against the mahogany, turning every minor chord to a sacred prophecy. Now the only thing that's playing is the ticking of the clock and the sound of my own heartbeat like a hammer on a rock. I try to find the A major where the sunlight used to lean, but the ground is in the way of every space that's in between. I'm a virtuoso, a vacant, I'm a master of the gone, sitting in a tuxedo while the world is moving on. Strike a chord, let it ring, let it be the final weight of every broken thing. Let the vibration shake the room until the shadows start to cry, until the dust begins to settle on a long and slow goodbye. It's my fault, it's gray, the music's drifted all away. Close the lid, lock the key, that's the end of you and me. Just a box of wires and wood, doing what a memory should. Growing old, getting deep in a house that's fast asleep. The sound of a heaven bar. It's my fault, it's gray. The music's drifted all away. Close the lid, lock the key, that's the end of you and me. Just a box of wires and wood, doing what a memory should. Growing old, getting deep in a house that's fast asleep. In a house that's fast asleep. The keys are cold, do, 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 the keys are cold, the keys are cold. The keys are cold, getting deep in it deep in a house that's fast asleep. The keys are cold. 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 The keys are. This is a silhouette of nothing. There's a silhouette of nothing. Boy, this silhouette of nothings were cold. The keys are cold. The keys are cold. The keys are cold. My keys are cold. The keys are cold like river stones. 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 The keys are cold. The keys are cold. The keys are cold. The keys are I didn't wear black and I didn't buy flowers. I just sat in the kitchen for 3 or 4 hours, watching the pilot light flicker and die, with a throat full of desert and a bone dry eye. There's no congregation, no pews made of wood, just the ghost of a promise that we both understood. I'm clearing the closet, I'm burning the mail, setting the anchor on a ship that won't sail. It didn't go screaming, it didn't go fast. It was just a slow fading of the things we thought would last. Now the pulse is a flat line, the fever is gone, and I'm standing here wondering how to move on. Now I'm holding a funeral for a feeling tonight, tucking the ass away out of my sight, lowering the maybe 6 feet in the ground, without a procession, without any sound. It's a quiet goodbye to the way that I loved you, the sky that I painted a permanent blue. The heart is a cemetery, the ego's a ceiling, and I'm just the priest at a funeral for a feeling. I found a thank you note tucked in your book, a relic of a life that the winter time took. I thought about saving it, keeping a trace, but I can't live in a shrine to a beautiful face. So I'm folding the hope like a flag on a grave, for the person I was and the love I couldn't save. The eulogy's short and the incense is cold. It's a story that's finished, it's a story that's old. Dust to dust and spark to ash, the end of the dream and the end of the crash. I'm saying the prayers that I should have said then, before the I love you became what has been. Let it rest, doesn't break. When it doesn't break.